Oh, hey, Kevin, congrats on the honor. And tell us how you feel about it. And also, the Vikings put up a video, and you said in it they kind of tricked you into coming up here or something like that. So fill us in on how they got you up here and fooled you, too.
Hey Chris, how's it going? Man, I'm still a total surprise and in awe of this honor. Um, Tom, he actually told me we were going to do some PR stuff, kind of a game day, and we went around the facility here, and then we go into one of the meeting rooms, and here's all the executives and owners sitting in here, and I'm like, what's going on here? And and they kind of pop it on the video board and tell me what's going on, and I don't know, I'm still kind of in a fairy tale now, man. I can't believe it, and I mean, I'm still shocked.
Eric Smith.
Hey Kevin, congrats on the honor. We saw you watch practice and then talk to the team afterward. What was your message to the team today?
Eric, I just talked to him about how Minnesota raised me, man. I came out of college 21 years old, a young man, and I spent 11 years here. I mean, my heart still roots for the purple every time they play, and I'll definitely be watching them, and I'm the biggest supporter, and this is a great organization, and the Wilfs are, doing a great job. They have awesome facilities, and he's really backing this team and trying to get these guys the pieces that they need to be successful.
Dave, followed by Andrew.
Hey, Kevin, congrats. Like the others said, definitely making some of us feel old after remembering covering the draft when you got picked. But I'm just wondering, now that you're a few years removed from playing, like how you're feeling physically, and what do you do stay in shape? What do you do to spend your time?
Thanks, man. I am actually being a full-time dad. I'm helping coach little league, helping coach basketball, helping coach, kind of whatever sports going on at the time, and just kind of running them around. I lost about 30 pounds, so my health is pretty good. I actually did some stuff yesterday and saw the intros and all that. I was like, if they give me an intro like that, I might could play 10 or 12 plays maxed. But other than that, I'm just, getting workouts in and trying to play basketball and keep in shape.
Andrew, then Ben.
Hey, Kevin, congrats. After seeing this spring practice, I'm just curious to get your thoughts on just kind of what NFL practices are like nowadays after you kind of came up in a different league, it seems like.
Yeah, the way we used to practice, I mean, I don't know, it kind of makes you feel like a dinosaur. Seemed like it was a lot more physical, a lot more, grunt work. But these guys are getting their reps a different way now. It's a lot lighter load. I think that guys are able to sustain their bodies a lot longer with the way they're practicing now. And I would love to have been a part of that.
Ben, then Chris.
Kevin, you mentioned it briefly, but how different is it, or how surprising is it now to come into this facility after all those years in Winter Park? I mean, what is that like to know where you were and know what that facility was like and see how everything is now?
I ain't gonna even lie. I just pulled around the corner yesterday, and I was like, I'm jealous already just looking at the building from the outside. And if any of you know about Winter Park, it's a total difference than what they have now. And this is my first time seeing the whole facility in person, and it's amazing. I mean, I think the Wilfs did an awesome job, and everybody involved putting this thing together. And I think they really took their time and researched and put together a great facility, and that these current players and even the older generation players can come back and see the strides they've made to make the Vikings organization top notch.
Chris, then Craig.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin, I know I've asked you this several times the last couple of years, but now you're in the Ring of Honor. How do you feel now about potentially getting into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton?
Like I said, I'm excited about this honor that I received today, and you know, like I told you probably this summer, the hall would be awesome if you know that call is made. But you know, I played the game and I played it because I love it. It was my job. I mean, I didn't play for any recognition. I mean, any of these guys or you guys that covered me know. I, I wasn't the first one to jump up and do interviews after the game, you know. So I just played it because I loved it and I was good at it. But all the recognition stuff, man, that's just the bonus part of it. But it's great to see, you know, at the end and when it's all said and done.
Craig, then Chip.
Congrats, you're now the third Vikings defensive tackle to go into the Ring of Honor, joining Alan Page and John Randall. And just kind of wondering what your thoughts are on being in that company and kind of the role that the defensive line has played in the history of the Vikings.
That's crazy you said that. I was talking to Big Larry and I even told Tom this a second ago. I said I was drafted and I wasn't really a Vikings fan. I was kind of a 49ers fan, or, you know, all we got to see in Arkansas was Dallas or San Francisco mostly. So, but anyway, D. Ryan, he gives me this number, maybe 3-4 number list, and not knowing any better, I picked 93. Not knowing John Randall wrote a number, but I picked it. So once I got here and realized I picked 93, it was like, kid, hey, you know you can't be a bust, right? You can't be sorry. So, so that's kind of pressure I put on myself. I never told anybody that until today, that kind of this little inner thing I had going on myself about picking 93 and learning the history of the Vikings and how rich it is at the defensive line position. So that's kind of where I've been on that on kind of an internal note since I got drafted.
Chip, then Dave.
Hey, Kevin, good to see you and congrats. Is there a favorite memory or a favorite season from your time here? And then also, how much pride did you take? I mean, you mentioned that you weren't a big self-promoter, but how much pride did you take just being looked at as a leader who kind of led by example more than having to be a big talker?
Those seasons where we dominated the run game, and me and Pat and Jared Ray, all those guys, B-Rob, Fred Evans. I mean, those were awesome seasons because we lined up and we knew that we was almost daring people to try to run it. And it's a few times I know New England came in and didn't even run. I think it was like a record 6 times they might have ran the whole game. So those are always great memories. The 2009 season was, you know, a great memory for everyone. And what was the second part you said there?
Yeah, just how the leadership, that how guys looked up to you based on how you played, and that you weren't, you know, didn't have to self-promote yourself, just kind of you gained the recognition by how you played and didn't necessarily have to do a lot of talking.
Well, I had a great benefit of when I was drafted. I was in a room full of veteran guys: Hovan, Billy Line, Kenny Mixon, Browell, Lance Johnstone, my favorite, Fred Robbins. You know, all these guys, and I heard so many different things, but some of the things they said and told me is stuck, you know, and the best ability is availability. So I learned that early on that, you know, I might always, you know, do the things right, but I wanted to make sure I was available every game and to show up every game ready to go and ready to play. And if guys see me doing that from year 1 to year 11, maybe it inspired them, you know, this guy's busting his butt. This guy's doing it the right way, and that's someone I can follow.
Dave, then Chris.
Recording stopped.
And speaking of the Hall of Fame, Steve Hutchinson's going in this summer. You had lined up across from him quite a few times. over the years in practice. What what do you just remember about him as a teammate, and how sort of good he made that offense?
Man, Steve was massive out there. I mean, it was tough to get around him, and he was so patient and strong. It was definitely great in practice to work against him, because if I'm going against one of the best guys in the league at guard, that's only making me better come Sunday, and against these other guys who it's not on his level. So I thought, I looked at it as a badge of honor. We had plenty of battles, and we went at each other hard in practice, and I think it made both of us a lot better, and it's paying off. He's very well deserving of the Hall of Fame, and I'm going to be there to celebrate with him.
Chris?
Oh, hey, Kevin, just wanted to clarify that story you told about John Randall. So that was Randall who told you couldn't be a bust?
No, that was me telling
or you
myself.
just kind of said it to yourself?
Yeah, that was me telling myself. Man, why did you pick 93? Out of all the numbers you could pick, you had to pick 93 and follow John Randall wearing that number.
Has Randall ever said anything to you over the years about you doing his number proud or anything along those lines?
No, it's never been a conversation. I mean, we've always talked and had great conversations, but it was never a conversation about representing 93. It's just something that clicked in my head, and that kind of stuck with me from the time I had actually realized what situation I put myself in.